You're a business owner and you're a commercial tenant under a lease that has 5 more years and you're falling behind on your rent. What do? There's some questions that we can look at to determine whether you can exit your lease. What kind of leverage do you have to allow you to exit with paying the landlord zero to something minimal to exit your lease? We want to look at what kind of things that the landlord do to potentially fraudulently induce you to enter into that lease agreement. For example, let's say you are in a small strip center and the landlord promised you that there was going to be a large anchor tenant at the end of the center, and that anchor tenant never showed up, and they induced you, they promised you that they were going to show up to get you to move in. There may be a fraudulent inducement if we can show that the landlord knew that that anchor tenant was never going to show. What other things did the landlord do that potentially was a landlord breach first? Did the landlord breach first? In certain situations, when the other person in the contract breaches first, it may excuse your performance under that lease agreement. There's several things that we need to analyze to determine what type of leverage that you have to exit. What a real estate attorney can do that understands a commercial lease process is to interview you and your experience with the landlord from initial negotiations up until the signing of that contract to determine whether that landlord fraudulently induced you into signing that contract.